Hi everyone, this is Meet the Giver session, and today with me I have Nizar from Free Food for All. Welcome Nizar to the Meet the Giver session. Nizar, let's
Thanks for
start
having
with
me.
your journey. Could you share a little bit more about how did you found Free Food for All?
Well, I started Free Food for All as an unofficial group sometime in November 2014. And the purpose of starting the group was actually to provide halal meals to the less privileged for all race and religion. From there, we had expanded, and our mission had actually moved more towards solutions for food insecurity as well as food waste. That is the space where we feel we are sitting on right now.
I understand. And how did the idea first came to you?
Well, I tried to dabble in actually providing groceries, and I realized that when I did so, there was a lot of wheeling and dealing involved, and people were barter trading and exchanging for cash. Then I told myself, oh, why are we not just giving meals instead? And so I liked the model of that was given by Willing Hearts, where they would cook and they would give. And unfortunately, at that point of time, they were not halal. And my own research showed me that majority of those eating the food were Muslims. And so we came in to try to cover a little bit of that market or that niche area.
How many meals have you served so far, and what is the impact that you have generated over the last years?
Right. So for the time for up to March this year, a combination of meals, groceries, and other type of home delivery groceries, we have actually touched 1 million mouths. I would say 1 million meals has been generated. Yeah.
That's great. And what is your organization structure like? Are there a lot of volunteers? Are there a lot of full-timers, part-timers? Can you share?
Well, we work on two kind of models. The office has 4 people, mostly operation with one just helping out for management. But we rely a lot of volunteers who are also from the low income flats that we serve. And so it's just every area will have their own IC and 3 or 4 more volunteers. So those are strictly volunteers. But even though in our office, 70% of who we employ are all from the low income, and we try to uplift the economy by giving them jobs. In fact, 3 out of 4, 75%, sorry, is actually from the low income families.
What's your vision for the organization, and what's the mission that you have?
Well, it has changed a little bit since when we started. I would love to say that our mission now is to provide solutions to food insecurity and to actively promote anti-food waste measures. That is why in our food solutions, we categorically study and discuss with the clients on their needs and requirements before just offering. So we don't just send a bag of goodies. These goodies are thought of. And as we move forward, we also want to empower them by asking them to make their own choices by working on a certain budget. So they choose whether they want more of the raw materials so they get more bang for the buck, or they get more of these ready-to-eat meals, which means they will save time for something else. So that is the space I think we're sitting on. And at the same time, at the back end, we are trying to use technology to assist us to make the food last longer in a better packaging and, of course, more economical. So this are the primary main visions and missions for FFA.
Could you share some of the initiatives you are running during this COVID-19 period?
We are doing a system where we deliver ready-to-eat meals. They are on ambient temperature. So they come in a set of 30, of which is got meal pouches, energy bars. It is specifically for those who are not able to cook at all. have limited mobility, elderly, and these things are delivered to their homes. So we have partnered with a third-party logistics company. We have actually, they have given us a good price. So we have managed to actually deliver this whole box of items, which technically if somebody eats it once a day, can last a month at only $80. And it's a very cheap this thing, but it's got premium products. It's I call it premium food at hawker prices. Yeah, but yeah, you have like chicken rice, you have chana dal. 7 out of 10 are vegetarian, so we try to maximize that thing. That's our latest product, which essentially meant for, because we a lot of people from the blind or cancer patients who have difficulty moving or having throat problems. Um, that's the latest one that we have currently for COVID-19. And of course, we have since last September, October, we have moved to home delivery. So majority of our deliveries home delivered, which somehow it was good because we didn't preempt COVID-19, but we by having this in place, people don't need to go out. And still people who are needing food have to go to other places. They incur transport, they have to physically walk here and there. We don't. We just, from the comfort of the home, we use contactless delivery and the food is sent to them. The only thing we have to work on is more on AI and more on how to shorten the time from the time they apply till the time they are vetted and approved and till the food reaches them. That's what we hope to do in the next few weeks.
That's great. You mentioned that you have delivered 1 million meals. Could you
Right.
share? I'm sure you have a lot of stories of lives being changed. Could you share maybe one of those stories where you have, with your eyes, witnessed the change your organization has brought about?
Well, it's all a matter of time. Um, we had one or two where the constant help that we've given, the mentorship, that have actually moved from the rental flat to a BTO. They've learned to be more frugal in their spending. They've learned to make better decisions. There's several cases, but I think sometimes um, those that I'm particularly proud of are when they feel very much in despair that they've been trying to call so many other organizations and they feel like, okay, this guy is going to reject me. And then when we don't, then we suddenly, I can hear them, I can hear their smiles in their hearts on their faces, even though it's on the phone. And yeah, we'd like to change that. We like to change the concept that asking for help shouldn't be a dreary thing. It shouldn't be a sad story to be told. It should be say, hey, I need help. And on our side, we need to have faith that these people asking for food, they truly need help. And of course, there's certain accountability that we have to ensure or adhere to, but we need to go on the basis of helping them is a gift for us. It's more like once we change our mindset, that a different thing happens. There's this feeling of freedom, and they also truly will feel that they want to be able to come out of the current situation so that probably they can give back. And I had people messaging me and said, I would like to donate some money to you. Then I said, oh, thank you. Said, you probably won't remember me, but you helped me 2 years ago when I was living there and I was doing this. And I said, well, I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I'm glad that you're giving back. So there are many such stories. I hope one day to compile a book on it. 100 such stories.
That's amazing. Nizar, you also do amazing job in keeping your community informed about the work you do and also rallying support from them. And
Right.
Give Asia is very blessed to be working with you on your mission and helping with the tools you need to raise funds to do fundraising. And over the years, we have seen like how you have spread word. This month itself, you have a few campaigns that are doing pretty well on Give Asia. Can you share what has your experience been using Give Asia, and how do you plan to use online giving moving forward as well?
I think the you guys have traditionally moved the fundraising platforms, have actually moved it away from traditional methods, and it is easier, it is faster, it is more transparent. Um, it's very difficult to go back to the old methods of sending letters and asking for donations. So I think it's a welcome sight. Um, every month I have a list that I collect myself within the amount of donations that we receive, classic method and we're online. And you'll be surprised that the numbers are maybe 80 to 90% online through other platforms as well, but still the online presence is very important for us. And so, yeah, I guess we'll be using more of that in the future.
That's great. Nizar, what are some of the next steps for free food for all? Some of the what are some of the uh, initiatives that you're looking to focus in the coming few months?
Sorry, Asim, I think I
What are
lost you there for the
Yeah,
last.
what are some of the initiatives
Yeah,
you're focusing on for the coming months?
I'm focusing on giving our clients choices. I'm trying to set up a situation where after being vetted, we'll be giving them a certain budget for food. But instead of buying it from their normal traditional sources, they'll buy it through our own website where the prices are subsidized. They don't pay for anything, but the items will be delivered. But like I said, we want to give them choice. That is the next project that we are looking into to be sorted out within the next quarter. Of course, our ultimate plan um, towards the end of the year is to be able to have um, more food security within Singapore, and we plan to take on a larger role in not only distributing food, but going towards more on the back end to manufacture food and possibly grow some of our food that we are currently giving to the beneficiaries. We have been taking resources, but we feel that if we have our own supply of vegetables, our own supply of mushrooms, our own supply of fish, we would like to be able to go and strengthen our downline process.
That's great. I really love the idea of providing choices to your beneficiaries,
Right.
and also the whole idea of like getting into the manufacturing as well. So that's amazing. Um,
Right.
so Nizar, what would be the message you want to share with people who have donated to your campaign on Give Asia? Any words of thanks or any acknowledgement you would like to share with them?
I would like to say thank you. I would like to say thank you so much. And on top of that, I just want to assure all the givers that we are here for the long run. We are not trying to say something that we don't believe in. My concept has always been people before profits, and I assure you, I give you my personal assurance that we are here to serve the community. It is not a lot of whitewash, it is not a lot of hype. We really are an effective and important integral part of Singapore society. So thank you for supporting us.
Thanks, Nizar. Nizar, what is the message that you want to share with the people who currently are struggling, given the current situation? Any message you would like to share with the people whose jobs have been affected, livelihood has been affected? What would you like to share with them?
I would like to tell them that there is help available. There are government policies that they may not be aware of. And there are also various food charities that work together. So sometimes if they come to us, we'll not be able to handle their needs. We refer them to Food from the Heart, Willing Hearts, Food Bank. But collectively, all four of us work very well together, everybody complementing our strengths. So whoever needs any kind of food help, do let us know. One of us will definitely be able to help in some way or another.
Thank you so much, Nizar, for taking the time. I'm sure you're very busy in the current times. I
My
would like
pleasure.
to,
My
yeah,
pleasure.
on behalf of Give Asia, I would like to thank you for all the work that you, your team, your volunteers are doing tirelessly, making sure everyone has access to free food. And also the projects that you have shared about sound very interesting. We'd love to see how we can support you in some of those projects, whether it's building your website to allow people to choose the food that they want, giving them that choice, and any other ways in which we can assist you from a technology marketing perspective. So I'd again like to thank you so much for the work you do, and you're an inspiration for
My
us.
pleasure.
We hope to continue working with you to solve this issue of food insecurity. Thank you, Nizar.
Thank you, my friend. All right. Thanks the same. Bye-bye.
Bye.